I tell you, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
We'll get to the bottom of this, Veers. We'll get to the bottom of this, Veers.
We are still trying to get to the bottom of the whole coffee thing.
Wait.
I will get to the bottom of it and I will call you back, okay?
I promised Peter that I would get to the bottom of this, and that's what I'm going to do.
There's been a lot of studies made to try and get to the bottom of this problem, but so far...
I will get to the bottom of this.
I'll get to the bottom of this plot quickly, milady.
Captain.
Listen, we're here to get to the bottom of things.
It shouldn't take too much effort to get to the bottom of this.
We've been relegated to the bottom of the barrel.
Well, I'm sure Jake will get to the bottom of it.
Well, we got to the bottom of things, huh?
Look, something is just not adding up here, and I gotta get to the bottom of it.
Clearly there's been a misunderstanding, and I will get to the bottom of it.
And we are going to. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Just hours ago, you told me to get to the bottom of it.
Just trying to get to the bottom of this cop shooting, Chief.
This new job will start immediately, and my first charge will be to get to the bottom of this scandal and then move on.
Well, if you'll just calm down a minute, Mrs. Harris, we'll see if we can get to the bottom of this.
I promise you I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
Get to the bottom of things.
I get to the bottom of things. It's my job.
Hey, I'm gonna help you get to the bottom of this.
Also, if I get to the bottom of whatever this is, and it gets too hot, and you don't deliver, Veep's gonna need someone to turn over, police-wise.
These are things I'm willing to get to the bottom of.
But the truth is, if we don't get to the bottom of this, you're looking at spending the rest of your life in prison.
But I can tell you that NOPD is going to do everything in its power to get to the bottom of it.
I hope this gastroenterologist can get to the bottom of this.
He was so grief-struck, he buried his son up there before he ever had a chance. Get the bottom of the truth.
Tell him I will pay him whatever he requires of me to get to the bottom of this.
I was determined that we should get to the bottom of this matter.
I mean, I don't know what they're planning, but I'll get to the bottom of it.
Well, if you can really get this story you've pitched, then I'll publish it.
There's pressure on me to get to the bottom of these killings.
Dr. Reed, I asked you to get to the bottom of Mrs. Karim's fertility issues.
We designed the webpage, and now everyone else in our class wants to get in on the act.
We designed the web page, and now everyone else in our class wants to get in on the act.
Yeah, it didn't take you too long to get in on the act.
Get in on the act a little more. I did this.
They've seen how popular the product is, and now other companies want to get in on the act.
They've seen how popular the product is, and now other companies want to get in on the act.
They've seen how popular the product is, and now other companies want to get in on the act.
They've seen how popular the product is, and now other companies want to get in on the act.
They've seen how popular the product is, and now other companies want to get in on the act.
They've seen how popular the product is, and now other companies want to get in on the act. They've seen how popular the product is, and now other companies want to get in on the act.
What have you been getting up to lately anyway?
So, what have you been getting up to down there these days?
Now come in here, and let's listen to what the world is getting up to, and if we should take it seriously.
What have you been getting up to?
You seem to be getting around a lot lately.
Getting around this town can sure be a hassle.
When people were getting around on horseback, he envisioned a wireless device so small it could fit in your pocket.
Is that your horse?
Yeah, it's a bit of a nag, actually, but perfectly all right for just hacking around the countryside, what?
I can get around a city like New York, but I sometimes need a point in the right direction.
Too big to get around on horses and work them cows.
and they'll drag his ass onto the sidewalk. And if there's an accident and they need to get around, guess what's gonna happen to that guy on the sidewalk?
And that's great, but how are we gonna get around London now?
So you thought you could get around the block?
If you get around this city, you've probably seen his name.
Santa uses reindeer to fly because that's how he has to get around.
How do you get around if you don't have a car?
New set of wheels to get around.
How am I going to get around? I don't even have a car.
How are you gonna get around out there?
We'll rent a car.